Good morning, God. Thank you for today. Please grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Amen. Good morning, world. Good morning, America. And good morning, you mother cluckers. Let's make today a good day. We're the ones in the driver's seat.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fights, oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red flash, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land under the free, in the home of the brave? Because we are the brave. Yes, we are the brave. We'll fight to rename the name of the brave. We are the U.S. of A. For those unaware, that flag is still there. It's our future to save. This land of the brave, the U.S. of A. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free, in the home of the
Hey, morning, everybody. Oh, I guess let me be polite. Although I was just kind of thrown into this. Saturday's not my deal. Well, I mean, I can be, but. So what are y'all up to? Did you get you some rest? I think some of y'all been up all night, but. Hey, as long as you're in a good frame of mind. What's up, Mr. William? Huckleberry. Steph, Blackbird. Cha-cha. Blue. What's up, Blue? And I saw Miss Carolina. Easy Intel. Savage Lee. There we go. I think I got most of you. Whew. Yeah. Got to get the Java going. There you go. I don't know. I don't know. I was sitting here just kind of chilling, got the coffee going. Then I thought, well, and then I saw Shad was on, and I was like, oh, cool. And then I'll be dang, he bails. But I get it. He's probably been going all night. I missed his lackluster Fridays. It's always good to catch up with him. Alrighty, Cha-Cha. Well, it was good seeing you, man. Just at least it gives me a chuckle whenever I just see the name Cha-Cha. Cha-Cha-Cha. Appreciate you, man. Get you some rest. Yeah, he's probably up all night because shit, he does the lackluster Friday thing and then just to keep it going. Nothing wrong with that. Normally I would have hung out, but been trying to get so much ready for this tree deal. I sold a computer, I think, yesterday, or at least they'll get it today, and I guess my son's going to take it down there to him. So I'll get the money when he comes back, and I found me a 50-foot towable boom lift, and I might rent it. So then that way I cut that shit down. Right, Blackbird? Although I don't know, man, when he fell asleep that night, he looked pretty damn comfortable, you know it? He just looked pretty chilled. Morning, Tony. Typically use this time to tank up on coffee, Bible study, water purification, feed my cats their can of cat food. This is usually the quiet time. This is when it's like everything just has this little chill. Hey, what's up, Cola? Morning, ma'am. Ooh. Yeah, and usually I'm kind of, I'm kind of prepped and ready during the week. I get ready to talk with you guys, which then gets me kind of motivated. But then usually on the weekends, I just kind of chill. I like to listen. The only thing I don't respond in text because I don't know. What's up, Bri guy? How are you this fine morning? Pretty much, Blackbird. That's kind of that's the calm before the storm. Because there's going to be people involved, and there's always. I don't know. Today's cleanup time. I gotta say, this whole scruffy thing, just looking. I don't know why I keep getting this way. I love when we go in early enough before I crash. Ooh, savage. Some blueberry muffins. Wrapped up on the job Friday, waiting on coffee to brew. Hell yeah. I've been cleaning on my last 3. Oh, look at you, the last three. How tall did they get, Tony? Like 12, 15 footers? Mm. I know, man. Blueberry muffins. There's just some about, I can just envision this hot blueberry muffin. You tear it in half and put you a big old slab of butter on there and close it up. And then you got your ice cold glass of milk. Man. Apple dumpling. Headed to bed for a few. Roger that. Get you some rest, apple dumpling. And when you wake up, you make it a good day. High and by. This is kind of the drive-by wave. Six to 8 foot. But I thought those things were supposed to get like 12, 15 foot tall. Or did you like do the topping thing to make them stay right there? Because some talk about theirs getting huge. Oh, man. So what kind of music, what do y'all, what kind of, you want some country? You thinking some rock, some little rap mix stuff? Or, because if I just go start looking, there's no telling what's fixing to start playing. I can tell you that. I can't even control what goes down in there. Ah, there she is. She came back, Carolina. I used to grow the big plants. This year I went to a smaller breed. Oh, okay, there you go. So some plants then apparently grow real tall, and then some are bushy and short and stout. And somehow when I say that out loud, I start thinking of the little teacup thing. Man, my weather is bad here, so had to go check on. Yeah, that's. What is that? Because that is that one going up the coastline, or is that? Yeah. Let's see. Get this radar pulled up. Let's see. Bam, bam, bam. Oh yeah. Excuse me, guys. Excuse me. Oh yeah, that shit's rolling in on you too, ain't it, Carolina? Well, okay. So wait, let's see. What does that just do? So it's pushing in, but then. Oh man. Yeah. Yeah, looking at that radar, it's weird because it's like you got a band coming in on you, but then around 7, apparently a big cell fires up out and it's pushing up, but it looks like it can either push it farther in or start to pull it out as it goes up. I don't know. I feel for y'all because y'all done been through so much. Y'all done had it, just devastating shit up there. Oh, you talked to old Fortune? Old Fortune thought. Hadn't seen him in a minute. He's an interesting young guy. Wind, it's creepy. Clears Bay will probably be around 95 to 100. Yeah, we'll be clear here today, which I'm so grateful for. Blessings to God, man. Right, I just don't need the rain. I got bad juju feeling about that tree, and I just don't know if it's because it's in my head, living rent free now, but I got to deal with that tree. Otherwise, it's not good. I mean, if the tree falls over, I'll make it through it. Just going to be don't know that I'd be the same person on the other end as I was going in. We're having the free living weather right now, 50 at night. No, there's been a real negative cloud, since yesterday afternoon. I've been having to kind of fight back. Make that sound dramatic in a way, but I mean, you just, because it's a mental effort. I don't know. For me, it's a conscious effort sometimes to try to go, okay, I need to put myself in check. Just because somebody else is one way doesn't mean I need to be a way. Sometimes that little process can be rather challenging. And I haven't slept good, a lot on my mind, been stressing over the tree. Life just brings the shit on you, and it's just another one of them day-to-day things. Oh, I want rain, but probably won't start raining for a few more months. Used to do tree work. Yeah, Brian, well, I got a tree that I got to deal with. And I don't know. It's one of them things. So I was like, let's go to my prayer closet for you. Appreciate you, Carolina. Can never have too many prayers. What's up, Grumpy Acres Farm? How are you and Yoda this fine morning? What's up, Tony? Tony says, I didn't sleep a week. You haven't been to bed yet, though, right, Tony? And what right on, G, it's always aliens, bro. Uh-oh. Is Garrett getting visited? It's the topic people want to avoid. I don't know, man. I watched an interview about the UFO. It cracks me up now. I mean, at first I was like, wait, because I thought, it's serious. Like, ooh, wait, what? But now it's kind of humorous. I do get a kick out of it because I don't worry about it, but I just find it always funny how it's like nobody ever entertains the idea that maybe, just maybe, if you develop shit, you don't want other people to know about it, and so you, like, I don't know, it seems so funny to me. It's like the alien story is the perfect cover for developing stuff. Wait, did you see that? What the hell was that? I ain't never seen nothing go to aliens. It's like, yeah, because we don't want you to know, it's the stealth bomber. We don't want you to know it's the new F-35. We don't need you to know it's the manta ray that we've got running around the ocean. I mean, who wants to own up to going, yeah, check it out, we just made this manta ray looking surveillance, solar powered manta ray that can go out and survey the ocean. No. Instead, I think it's the perfect cover story. I mean, think about it. Anything that goes bump in the night, you can just go aliens, and then everybody goes, ooh. She's sawing logs. I'm trying to psych myself up for the day. Well, shoot, Grumpy. Hell yeah, you're going to kick the ass. You're going to kick it in the ass. Deal with it. You got this. You're a Marine, son. There, that was a motivator for right now. Hey, man. 2 cups of coffee. That's been it. Wish I were closer, had the vehicle to load my equipment. 600 miles. Yeah, I know, Savage. What's up, D-Do? My driveway is probably half a mile long or better. Oh, by the way, yeah, you said something. You said, I feel you on that one. I'm actually thinking about cutting a new driveway for winter. I see at least 20 trees that could be a problem this winter. See, preventative maintenance. Preventative maintenance, Blackbird. Nope, don't. I don't sleep until morning, a couple hours. Oh, there you go. Area 51. I got you, Garrett. No, and I've just kind of come to terms with, either A, this is secret shit that countries are developing, and that's why we call them an unidentified flying object, because we don't know what the hell it is. Or then I have my spiritual side that says, if it's aliens, it's demons. It's a spiritual thing. And I think there's probably some interdimensional stuff between the spirit and here. I think there's something to that. Took downtime last night, watched the John Candy biopic, I Like Me, on Amazon Prime. Highly recommended. Very well done. Man, I can't. I have such a hard time watching TV anymore. I mean, pretty much ever since 15, for the last 10 years, I just got no. Just got nothing, man. I don't know. TV ain't the same. Watched all these people just totally flip switch, and the whole narrative change, and it was like, wait, what? Scat Pack, what's up, man? Hope all is well. Whether it be demons or aliens or alien demons, prep, plan accordingly, get some ammunition. Bless. Haven't watched normie television in over 15 years. Yeah. I got my cast iron skillets, baseball bats, and who knows what else. And always blessed because I got Jesus. I would say that's, I don't know. It's been a trip, I got to say. I think some of this is just, it's fascinating, it's just, but it's the technology that we come up with. It's little things that nowadays I think people have lost sight of, Remember when we came up with the U-2 spy plane? I was watching this interview and it got me thinking about that. And I'm like, yeah, man, you forget about stuff like that, you know. But the U-2 bomber, what was it? I think the B-2. You know how down here they leak fuel, little things. And as it gets up, it's just little things. And you just think of the achievements. Pretty badass. But see, I don't know. That's, they call me cray for this one. Let's help out the wall. Yeah, I think it's real. So wait a minute. So Garrett, you're saying that's hypothetically the wall in Atlantic is real. So you're saying the Great Ice Wall is real? But see, how do you? I mean, I guess I get it in a way. I can see it, but I don't know. Maybe it's just a different exposures of things because it's like I just don't. I don't know, man. I guess there's people that have done things in life that are just so different than others because I just don't see how. Dude, the minute first time I heard that, I went, holy shit, isn't that show that, and a matter of fact, I went into the missus. I said, wasn't there some show you were watching that had some kind of ice wall? And it was like, yeah, the Game of Thrones. And I went, oh yeah, that's it, the Game of Thrones. And I said, well, that's, I think people believe some of that shit's real. And that just tripped me out. Because it's kind of like, what? No, we kind of been, I mean, we've flown around the world. Like there's people that this was a deal and somehow they just get erased from history. Amelia Earhart. Now all of a sudden didn't happen? What was it, Howard Hughes? And it's like, that didn't happen. And you just kind of wonder, it's like just so easy to just come up with a new idea and then erase everything. Which I kind of feel that way with the whole space program, people that don't believe the space program. And it's like, but there's more than just one company that does this. Like there's, a million people involved in the whole overall. And so you just kind of, I don't know. Let's see. I think if they say aliens, I think government lies pretty much. It's a distraction, which I'm totally cool with. I don't need to know the latest, greatest thing we've invented. Not until we have to use it, because the minute you use it, then everybody knows about it. So you better start thinking of another bigger thing. Yep, there you go, Caroline. Some water guns. There ain't no effing ice wall. I know that cracks me up, dude. Savage, how are they in 37 trillion in debt? Victor Davis Hanson wrote a piece yesterday about the new Confederates in the big blue cities. Interesting take on things. So you're told to believe it ain't real, but they're literally are talking about it now. But here's the thing, Garrett. So if they were really legit, we've got so much technology, why can't they just go fly over there and show it to you live on TV? Like, why can't they go hover up to this wall going, this is the ice wall that we can't get past? I mean, we've got drones, we've got private planes, we've got, military planes, we've got all the means, boats, and yet there's nothing. It's the same story. But it's there. It's there. Hey, it's funny, but not till your ass gets sprayed with who knows what. Right? It's BS. Yes. And no offense, Garrett, but see, that's the problem, because like you'll have people that are going to lock into it. No offense, Garrett, but it's like, once it sounded so interesting, all of a sudden it's like you're removing all the past stuff to validate the current latest thing you hear. And that's what they do. When I say they, just other powers that be, the renaming of bases, the redefining of history, and as they do that, they're tearing this country apart. That's my 2 cents. And I think it's intentional. I get it. I was just thinking of buying one for that purpose. That's it. I'm certain of perspective than purple-haired freaks doing the Boogaloo revolution that we all need and pray for. I don't know. I sure don't hope for no revolution. Because I don't think it's that defined. I think that if you remove, it'll collapse. 50% off. Give this some thought. The government is shut down, yet taxes were still taken out of my paycheck yesterday. It's not shut down enough for me. Flat Earth sounds fun, but it's all bullshit. Pretty much, Huckleberry. I just can't believe in the ice wall. But it was cool, Tony, in the Game of Thrones. I mean, think about it. That was a pretty cool script. You have this ice wall, winter's coming. You've got undead that somehow, without flowing blood in them, yet all their muscle tissues still work and they're stronger than ever, and without any blood flow into their brains, but yet they can think and cognitive thinking. And it's just, whoa, dude. And then you've got the dragons that come up and shoot, LMDMT, what's up? Morning. Use common sense, G. F what people say. Well, there's. I'm telling you, man. There's like different categories of people. There's people that don't want to do anything because they would have to own up to some accountability. They would have to participate. So then they're going to shove over to the nothing. And then you got people that are just, they're miserable in life, and misery loves company. So you can't succeed. You can't be happy. You can't see goals. So they need to bring that shit down. And then you have the external factors that just want to see America collapse because we've changed their 1,000-year history since we created. So there's people that just have an attitude with us. That's my 2 cents on things. Savage from. Sorry, you got to show me for me to believe it. If we all thought alike, we would be aliens. Well, yes and no, Scat Pack, but there is a common sense. And I mean, it's like a light switch. Everybody can use the light switch for whatever purpose, but at least we all can agree that it's on and off, Any action taken by patriots will be counter-revolutionary. The revolution is in progress right now. I don't know, man. I got to be honest, Grumpy, I think a lot of those are fancy words that are used to reference history in reference to countries that had a long-standing history that brought them there. We don't have that. We had a civil war. That'll never happen again. This country's way more than just two sides divided. So that'll never happen. And then you go revolution. Well, okay. But what's a revolution is supposed to be to take down this form of government, right? Well, we can't do that. You're going to have a group to go in to take this government down, but then this group's going to attack that group because they're going to want. And it just, excuse me, I was trying to hit the mute button, couldn't get to it fast enough. And it was like, phew. Once that little twinge starts, it's like, oop, wait. Okay, Caught myself on that one. Let me. Dragons and coffee, perfect start. Right. Only trust what you know, not what you think you know, and never what you're told. Do your own research. Well, but see, there's the key. They justify it, D-Dog, because, well, I did my research, because you go find the things that validate what you're thinking. You don't look at the other side. You're just going to go find the little clips. To me, that's where the flat earth thing comes from. It's like if somebody really believed that and was really ready to write off all the known science as we know it, to go, nope, it's all bullshit. At least invest 10 grand and make a trip somewhere just to see, just do some investigation. But it's find the thumbnails, find the videos. Yep. See, I knew I was right. That's it. And it's like, wait, what just happened? But this is where we're at. It's the word salad game. We redefine the meanings of words. I think I got through half of the first episode of that. Yet another show promoting filth, lies, and stupidity. Right, Savage? See, I got you going. No, you didn't get me going. I mean, if anything, to see, now you're going to kind of back me into where I might have to say something that's going to kind of come across insultive, and I don't mean it to be, but dude, I'm getting to where, you know what, people want to believe that shit. Do you, boo? In the state of the country, in the state of day-to-day life, it's like, so is this what's really important? Okay, cool. Yep. And it's like, I don't know. And no offense, but how much validation can you give the person at that point? It's like, so the whole country's collapsing around us. Everything's going to shit, but we're going to worry about something that's full of crap and come to divide on that and shit like that just cracks me up. But then again, it's intentional division. Let's see, what is this? Craig's talk this morning. I fear another uniting event on horizon, if you catch my meaning. Oh, yeah. Thank you. We are not mentioned in the end times for a reason. Right? My grandmother used to say, only believe half of what you see and the same for what you hear. Used to, you could say that. Now they can make shit what you think you see ain't really. You better look really hard. Uh-oh, Scat Pack going with a little bit of Beatles action. Rescue, the words are important in framing the issue, if anything, for historical reference at minimum. I guess they seem to twist it and manipulate it to their own. Let's see, it will fail. Can't fight the federal government with dumpster fires and homemade Captain America shields unless 1,000 million American patriots take up arms and help the Purple Heart Freaks. Oh, dude, I ain't fixing to help them people. They're so far out of touch. All I can say is keep that shit up out of my spot. Bring your little trash can shield shit down here, buddy. It's on like Donkey Kong. The way them people do that shit in them cities, I don't see how anybody in that city tolerates that shit. So it's like, what man lets it's like, I don't know if y'all saw the footage of these two women that were just trying to drive through that Portland clusterfuck. Pardon my French. Pardon me. Man. All they wanted to do was try to get up on the road, but all these little people want to stop them. And then you literally have this Portland police guy that makes this woman back her vehicle up to cater to that. See, where's the men? Where's the men? You're really going to let your wife and your daughters go out into that shit? You're going to tolerate that shit in your cities and your towns? You ain't got no balls, dude. Let some freaking weirdos get out there and terrorize your wife, your mom, your daughter, your sister. What are you? You ain't got no balls. You're chicken shit men. I'll say it. I don't care if you like the cops, don't like the cops. Ooh, government. I don't give a shit, dude. How do you let people torment a female, a woman like that just wants to drive her vehicle, not even involved in your bullshit? How does any man stand around and say, well, I'm a man? Oh, well, F her. I guess you shouldn't have been here. What kind of bullshit is that? So anyway, we all have cost of long living. Goodness. Wonder, hey, what's up, Sandy? Sitting here waiting on my coffee to brew. That's exactly why the revolution has already failed. Don't miss the lefties. Don't dismiss the lefties. They are way more organized, way more trained, and way more equipped than what you think ideologically the radical left is more driven to. I guess, man. You know, there's organized people all over, but I've said it since I started doing this. The problem right now is that you have one side that is focused on hate. It's an anger and a hate. There's no righteousness involved. It's just a hate. And everybody is pissed off at something. So that's easy to go gather the sheep up for that herd. You know, so you get all these damn people, asthma, you know, and I get it. Yep. Because hell, there was a transgender Navy SEAL. So it's not like, you know, just because you're gay or some freako that you can't, you know, be a badass too and shoot a gun or something. It's not that. But it's just, the problem is that you have middle-class America that's still going to work every day, that's still humping it, that doesn't participate in all this stupid, retarded social media crap, and it doesn't even see or pay attention to any of that shit that's going down up there. People, there's thousands and thousands upon people. There's 30,000 people in this county that go to work every day that don't even give a shit about what's happening other places because they just go hit a lick and raise their family and pay their bills. And then you have people that live close to these concentrated areas that this is their day-to-day life, is like creaking open the door going, wait, is anybody down the block? Anybody down the block that way? Okay, no. Wait, there comes a duck. Well, see, we don't live that. We don't live under that guise. We don't live under that fear. You know, I mean, about the biggest fear around here is you're might have a meth head come try to steal your catalytic converter. On both sides, I've seen men follow girls who were alone yelling patriot stuff at them. No, and that's what they're trying to suck you into, LMD, MT. That's why they want to do that. That's what they're doing. They're trying to generate that hate on both sides because it's fuming on that side. And so they just try to poke it. Because then if the minute the other side starts to participate, well, then it validates their shit. Then they're not in the wrong. Because, well, both sides are doing it, or all three sides, or four sides, or whoever all's involved. Everybody's generating the bullshit, the pointless talk, the name calling shit, the screaming. That's what gets me. It's like, apparently, if you hold an Antifa flag and you holler, piece of shit, well, then you have these groups of people that'll go, whoa, that's so bad. Look at him, man, them damn crazy blue-haired freaks. But then you get a person over here that's doing an American flag that's going, piece of shit, and it's the same rhetoric. So it's like, so you're not able to hold yourself above that standard. You're sinking down to that standard to match them down there. Why do that? A righteous person should be able to stick to the point of the matter. The legal system protects that side as well because people in those areas don't pay attention to their votes, and they let mayors and governors get in that then hire pieces of crap police chiefs or liaison officers. But see, nobody wants to talk about that because then it comes back to the citizen responsibility, and it's like, well, no, it needs to be somebody else's fault. It can't come back to me. It can't be that I'm an American citizen and I shouldn't have voted for this shit. Oh, wait, they told me my votes don't matter. Yeah. Well, yeah, that's it. So I couldn't have done nothing. It wasn't my fault. The votes don't matter. And see how easy that is? What a cop-out. And once again, all I'll say is, how come my little town down here ain't like Portland or Chicago? People live different. People think different. People vote different. Mine's been chilly. There's that tunneling, windy sound again. Uh-oh. Man, I hope y'all... Uh-oh. What did I miss? Oh, Savage Lee doing when they came for the illegals. I guess. I mean, that's a catchy tune. It's a catchy tune. I get it. It's a catchy little phrase. It can fit in, but you know what? Here's the bottom line to me is I'm sorry, character. Just how about people change their character, carry themselves in a better way? That would transmit itself. There's no set of steps you have to do. We have to get the moral compass back for people that wanted to hear that word. Need that moral compass back. Need to raise the youth. Right now, what do you see? If I take little man and we go walk off into a Walmart, he's going to listen to some lewd, vulgar crap. He's probably going to see people that don't have any self-respect, can't dress worth a crap, don't, look grungy. Potentially could see a man being verbally or physically abusive to a woman, kids that'll look neglected. And so it's like, I don't know that I can point and tell little man, don't worry, buddy, all your problems are because of them people in Washington, because they're crooked. I want him to grow up with a strong backbone and a strong moral compass that he can stand righteous on. He doesn't have to wait for the world to validate his values. He can actually stand on his values of right and wrong, regardless of local acceptance. Right's right, wrong's wrong. It's kind of like the book says, let your yes be yes and your no be no. You saw 3 unicorns. You sure it just wasn't one of those Hydra heads? Scat pack. Definitely be safe, Carolina. Got that storm coming in. Canadian northern brother from another mother. What's up, buddy? Back started a little fire to take the chill out of the cabin. Ooh, yeah. Immigration laws are not unjust. Anyone rallying against them is championing illegal actions. Man, I don't. If people don't understand the problem with illegal immigration, it's they never bought a piece of property, built a home, raised a family on a budget income on that property in that home. And if they have, then I don't understand how they disconnected, because anybody that's raised a family knows you can't just open up the doors to everything. Otherwise, you can't take care of your own. And we take in 1.2, 1.4 million immigrants every year anyway, legally, that come through the system legally, but they always forget to mention that part. Moral compass is important. Listen to it. Oh, thank you, Canadian. Because it's an example, man. It's like right now, okay, here's what you got. You can look at the Chicago. Well, what's picking up traction? They get shown that. They get shown on the media as an example of what to do. This is how people in J6 got set up during the BLM Antifa riots. because on your screens you were being told that this was peaceful, so it's accepted. And then all of a sudden they stole an election, and people went up to Washington to say, "Hey, I got the right to protest this." Oh, no, you don't. We set you up. We wanted you to think this was okay, and then we planted some people in so we can really generate this. And it's amazing. All of a sudden, we could find anybody we needed to find that was there on J6. Couldn't find anybody from the Epstein list before that. Oh, wait, that's Trump's fault. I forget. We got to always circle back to Orange Man bad. I don't know, man. And you look at these people that are generating the attention, some dog shocking dude, Hassan. What a piece of crap. And then you get this other little blue-haired dude, Destiny dude, and you start listening to these, what was that, some Nick dude. It's, I don't know, it's crazy. I've been through enough of these storms, and I agree it can be unnerving. Yes. Rescue sweeping around our own doorsteps applies to our neighborhood. Exactly, Carolina. Because see, it's the like, I don't know how to make this. So you see the footage in Portland. So here's these people, shapes, sizes, ages, all of it, and they're doing this protest stuff. What they say is a protest. They're rioting. That's not a protest. A protest has some kind of point to it, as in, don't like that, need to change, and then that. This is rioting, and they're slowly desensitizing to where that becomes the norm if it gets lit. Damn it, Donnie. I know, right on it. Orange Man is bad. But then flight logs, your Epstein, this over 20 years ago. Now some of them. Well, I don't know. I don't think Trump is bad. I think that's why you don't see shit until 2015 about Donald J. Trump. The evil, the epitome of evil, but yet didn't hear a damn thing other than people wanted to be in the room with him all of a sudden because he got elected and he entered. And this is the ironic part. See, this is the part that I'm really, it's kind of starting to it's hard to navigate this, because at some point you just want to go, God, man, does anything make anybody flipping ass happy? It's like nobody mentioned that dude, didn't talk about him. He was, it was The Apprentice. And that's because they wanted a successful show, which it became #1 show because that guy was already so popular. I don't understand. People just forget the basic ass shit, man. And then now we look, and now all of a sudden it's like the Epstein logs. Dude, Mueller. Damn, I almost embarrassed little Ferris, dude. That Mueller guy, he was the one that was over it. So, like, you really think he had access to all that and it's all still intact and legit? They just made up a whole Russia dossier to try to slam Trump. You think they left that evidence just sit there going, yeah. There's nothing in there that has Trump's name on it. It's obvious. Otherwise, they would have been throwing that left and right. Hell, they made shit up. They corrupted our whole legal system. But people are so caught up that they can't even see the basic shit. Like, wait a minute, you're what? You're no. And so that's why I just don't, man. Do I think that dude's perfect? Hell no. I'm not perfect. Nobody's perfect. Everybody makes choices, and not everybody agrees with the other person's choice. I just love how this dude gets in and everything becomes his fault. And it's like, wait, what? And it's funny because you'll have this group that's like, the blue hair, whatever. And it's like, but then you have the patriot group over here that's like America. This dude makes a speech about giving America back to the people. And what do these people do? These people want to side with these people and go, it's all bullshit. He's a liar. He's one of them. And it's like, so there's a no-win situation. Because who's the next person that walks up there and all you're going to hear is the same stupid shit? Oh, he's just one of them. It's the same as, man, ain't nothing going to be perfect. And I get it. People are so caught up in stress and anxiety, and there's got to be the big bad boogeyman. And you know what? It might just come down to we've made bad decisions and we've allowed shit to get to our part that doesn't have to be. And maybe that's why every area is not the same. Maybe that's why every cop isn't the same. That's why every doctor isn't the same. Every governor's not the same. Every state income tax is not the same. Look at all the variations, but no. Yeah, I remember how he built casinos, Savage, but that dude's, once again, if this guy's supposedly so bad, he owns several businesses, employs tens of thousands of employees. Where are they? Done had everything else. Done had every damn actor, got singers, got all these other people that got all out with all the shit talking. Where's the employees? Where's these thousands of employees that are like all agreeing, joining together going, this is the worst employer ever. He sucks ass. I guarantee if you took a little bit of money, you could come up with 1,000 employees that have worked at a Walmart that'll tell you how suck ass a Walmart is. I bet you could find 1,000 employees that have worked for Ford that'll tell you certain problems. How come you can't find 1,000 that work for Trump? I'm not, but see, you that's what gets me. It's almost like I think it's intentional. They've unleashed this slamming of him so that whenever you go to just go, but wait, what? Then it makes it sound like you're defending him. And then they flip the switch going, see, you just praise Trump. And then what do they call? What have I been called? A Trumper. Oh, you're just a Trumper. It's kind of like being called a bootlicker. Like, I give a rat's ass anymore, dude. I don't give a shit. I ain't trying to be polite. You know what? I'm on point. That's what I am. I'm on point. And if there's somebody that's got some better shit, then bring it to the table instead of just some slogan ass bullshit. Good God, man. People are getting so sucked into this shit because they're just digital media. Look, it's literally, it's the classic. It's on the internet. It's got to be true. It's literally that. It's just that does it say what you want it to say? Then there you go. It's got to be true. Well, wait a minute. Isn't that still on the internet too? Yeah, but this is what I want it to say. So it's got to be true. What? Look up Donnie's Vet Day Parade for New York City. That alone tells me everything I didn't know about his character. Finley about our freedom in the country. At the end of the day, are Trump's policy helping the average American more than hurting them? I'd argue that they are. In comparison to the other side, there isn't even an argument there. I think he's got best intentions. I think that he literally, does he have all the right answers? Well, shit, no. But then I don't, and here's what's funny. Sorry, this is going to probably sound pretty rough, and yeah, you know what? It is what it is. I'm done playing. That's why I do subscriber mode, because ain't no point in sitting there holding a conversation or trying to talk with people just that want to come in and create bullshit. So the ones that sub, I'm willing to talk with. So it just, I don't know, man. There's a reason. I don't know, man. It's so funny because I don't get it. I mean, I look at this and I go, okay. But then everybody, when you talk to people, they're like, they went from here to here. And it's like, well, what about this? It's kind of like when Oprah's sitting there going, hey, would you be president? We like you so much. We want you to be president. I'm all, what's the word? Kind of being hyperbolic about it, but that's the gist of it, and he's like, no, I don't want to, but somebody needs to get up in there and straighten this shit up. This country's headed down the wrong path. Oh, wow. That was like in the late 80s and then through the 90s. Oh my God, he's a plant. He's just one of them. What? And so, but what you do? People aren't teaching the values and morals to their kids and grandkids. Instead, they're teaching their kids and grandkids and great-grandkids how to scream at a TV screen, or how to go out here and scream vulgar words and let's act like a horse's ass. That's what we'll teach our youth, because then we can expect better results, because then we will have taught them how to be nothing. And it's like, see, how does this make sense? Why are we not teaching our young people to be respectful, to care about life, to bring back the sanctity of life? Why isn't that an issue? Why isn't honesty, character, righteous talk? Instead, let's all we can do this vulgar talk, because when you listen to the words that get thrown out, and then you just think, wow, this is here on an intersection. I wonder what them kids up there in them high rises are listening to. Go watch Mark Anderson's Joe Rogan interview. We dodged a lethal bullet. Oh man, we dodged a bullet when he won against Hillary. I think there was a certain plan that these politicians kind of had, because nobody's ever paid attention to their job. See, this is my problem with this. I understand what people say. I do. What I don't understand is why it's kind of like, they skip over the step. It's like those politicians created their own little world. That dude got exposed to that and saw, and that's what they're afraid of. I think that's why, people go, it's a psyop to get you to turn against that dude. It's a psyop, and you can see it. They weren't prepared for it in 2015. That's why the media laughed when he said he was going to run. Other people laughed. Hell, you got a Barack Obama making his little joke about, him being president. Ha, 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 ha. And you know what? American citizens spoke up. And so many showed up that he won. And it freaked them out, because they always had this system in play. They already had the Dominion shit. They already had this stuff. They trickled it in that this is their play. And all of a sudden, that dude just got so many people because of the way he talked. I remember those days. I wasn't even involved in politics until that dude's standing on a stage debating them, and he's talking like a normal person. Little old Teddy over there and shit, and little Marco Rubio, and he's just hammering, and it's like, wait, this dude's talking like everybody drinking a beer sitting on the couch. And there was enough numbers that showed up. They didn't know how to act. They did not know how to deal with that. So he won. So then they commenced to circumventing anything he wanted to do, because there's all that unelected by the thousands of staff that's there. And so they circumvented him. And then they knew that he was going to win again. That's why when it came down to it, they're like, we just can't get it. We're going to have to do something. And okay, we'll shut it down. We got a water leak. Oh no, there's a water leak. We'll have to shut everything down and finish this up in the morning. Okay, so now how many do we need again? Okay. And this is like, you can see this so obvious to me. And so they've created this bubble. Why did they create that bubble? Because nobody paid attention to them. It's kind of like if you have a plant and you have a plant manager and he's an ass, and he's doing things inside that plant that were really causing the whole morale and everything, and people just ain't done. But nobody from the region or national comes and actually checks and see if this dude's doing his job. Well, that's kind of what we did. We stopped doing our job. And so, I get it. And, it's like, life is starting to get better. Maybe and once again, why is it that people refuse to accept things? Because like, if I say that, people will go, no, it's not. Really? Because I didn't see you down around here. How come you didn't wave when you drove by my house? Well, I don't live down there. Then how can you know it's not getting better? Well, because it's not where I'm at. Yeah. What? But this is where we're at. I don't know. See, Saturday mornings, this is why. And what's up, Random J? Oh, I'm sorry, ma'am. I meant to say morning to you a while ago. Okay, let me catch up. This world will be better with no TV power. Oh, big time. Where are them construction workers? I don't know. Do I guess. I think Trump's after him now the first time in his life. He has done something that is genuine. and not just to make a buck. Well, that's because he's the president, and before he was raising a legacy, taking care of his family, which he was very successful with. I'll give him that. I mean, I know I don't have a bunch of towers and properties and millions to give to my grandkids. So apparently somebody was successful with something. But then again, that's what makes him a bad guy. I've noticed that with the internet. If a person gets to a certain level, all of a sudden they become the bad guy. And then when you look, it's because other people aren't there. So all of a sudden they became bad because they got there. And it's like, wait, what? And that's why I said, man, I don't know. And I don't really know how long I can do this, the internet shit. Cause I don't know, dude. This is like hanging around a rehab center and everybody's still wanting to use. And it's like, man, don't we want to move on and get like a better life? It's just like, oh no, all is lost. Woe is me. And no, and think about that. You can't do anything nice. You can't be successful. You can't do anything nice. You know, you can't be positive. He's never burned. I saw for the Richard came to boast about his charity. Can you look up his vet parade he put on out of his own? Oh, yeah, LMD. All right, Savage. I love that because that's the Mrs.'s mom does that. Okay. And I always pick at her because I go, okay. And I get it, man. I ain't for everybody, and I was for so long. So some people that are going to probably, get their feelings hurt and be upset and be like, well, dang, rescue. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to lie, and I'm not trying. If I was going at somebody, then it's obvious, but I just can't do that. I can't just kind of keep nodding along going, yeah. No, things are just obvious, and I'm tired of watching this wave just suck people back into the negative, man. Because I'm telling you, I don't know. Everybody's got their own viewpoints. That's all. Mine are as I look at little man, and when I watch him running around, and then I think of the exposure. I think of, okay, well, if I fired up YouTube right now, what would he be listening to? What would he be exposed to? I mean, it's easy. Everybody can jump around all the perverted shit, and that becomes obvious. But what about just how to handle a problem? Like, do these kids watch their parents get loud and scream and cuss because that's how you handle things when you get mad? Because, gee, I wonder where that turns out whenever you're a 12-year-old with a 9mm and you're stealing Kia cars. Oh, I'm probably thinking that you don't have much respect for anybody. So it's like, what example are kids being shown? How to handle a problem, how to decipher a problem, or do you just overreact and do you emotionally react because what you're saying is justified because, well, you've decided that it is. All righty, Blackbird. Later. And it just, I don't know. That's why sometimes it's I don't know. Make it a good day, man. Make it a good day. Exactly, Sandy. Exactly. And so how do we expect something to get better when you look at the example that's out there showing them how to deal with problems? Like we already have perverted teachers and administrators that are doing that side. But what about the other side? You know, how come we're not showing them how to stand up against that? You don't, just because they're throwing rocks, the answer is not for you to throw the rocks just back. That's called ping pong. Are we teaching them how to actually face the problem, address the problem? Or are we teaching them to drink the problem away, smoke the problem away, cuss the problem away, burn the problem away? See, it's like watching that stupid rhetoric around burn it all down shit. I guess if you don't put no work into shit to build stuff, it's easy to just want to burn shit down. Oh, well, this is screwed up. Let's just burn it down. Wait, what about all the work they got to do? Oh, who cares? Who cares? What? Burn it all down. Just burn it on down. I'm unhappy with the way it is. So, but, we could start gathering groups together and re-elect people. Nah, burn it all down. It's like, wait, did you build anything? Have you really brought anything to the table? Well, no. And it's like, oh, if you don't work hard for something, it's easy to just disregard it. When you hump your ass off and you build something, you kind of have more respect for it because you now understand the effort that goes into it. That's why I find all the retarded talk about the whole anarchy thing and we need to do that and get rid of government. And it's like, really? You just don't understand how the whole infrastructure runs, do you? Like all of a sudden just every area is just on their own because no government. And it's like there's a disconnect. There's a disconnect. It's like you don't understand how any of the infrastructure works. Electrical, communication, roadway, logistically, waterways. Apparently don't understand how any of that works because you just can't do away with it. My sister threw tantrums because my parents gave in. See? Exactly. And I get it, man. That's like you can see how many people just dropped off. They don't like it. People will need to hear that, no, all is lost. People need to hear that negative shit. And I just ain't the one, man. So I ain't going to do that no more. God is great. There is a God. I get tired of listening to people attack faith-based stuff with some Catholic church thing. I don't want to hear that shit. I believe in God. I believe in Jesus. I don't force my belief on anybody, and I don't appreciate people who want to attack it. You want to talk your crap, well, you go do that somewhere else. I just don't care. And if you're so miserable in life that you can't be happy, you have to feel like that, then bye. I'm just not about that, dude. I ain't about that. I probably need to go ahead and wipe the mod things again. And then that way I don't have people that are modded that aren't even subbed to me anymore because, man, it's such an emo-ass world out here. It's like, think about it, dude, just hours of bombarding. And then you try to come over here somewhere and it's the same thing. It's like you go listen to some of that and it's some crazy ass shit, and then you try to find something else to listen to. It's hard to find positive shit. And then I don't know. So anyway, rescue retarded people have more sense than the blue-haired hooligans, right? There's too much evil in this world. The good book says that it all went. Yeah, I think there's a fog of negativeness that's just around us. I lose subs every time I mention Jesus, and I welcome it because if they don't want to hear it unsaid. Well, and it's like, talk. I want to talk, but people just want to bash. And it's either, God and Jesus, or everything is miserable. Every area is the same. There's no positive outcome. All woe is me. And I don't know. What's up, unknown challenger? All it takes for evil to prevail is good men and women to do nothing. Exactly, bright guy. You know? And so what's think about that. What's wrong with encouraging people to be positive? What's wrong with that? Why did that become such a bad thing? Like, ooh. What? No. Motivational talks. That's how you win the game. That's how you accomplish that. I don't know. Everybody's had different life experiences. I know I have been in, and see, and I hate talking about it because I ain't trying to, I don't like braggart shit. But I'm sorry, I've been in life precarious type situations, and you push through stuff. Now I used to think a lot of that was just me, but now I realize that, oh no, it's my creator. It's God has helped push me through it. It's kind of like the whole footsteps thing, It's like you kind of get to whining because, well, there's only one set of footprints. What's the deal? I thought you were going to be with me. And then it's like, thump in the head. And he goes, there is only one set of footprints because I was carrying you. Oh, my bad. My bad, God. That's kind of where I'm at. I believe in God. I know Jesus died and rose on the third day. Jesus is my Lord and Savior, right? John 21 changed my outlook on life. Jesus talks and restores Peter. I love the path Jason's on, doing what his record label. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. The only way they only want their talk to be heard. The devil's intent is to always be heard. Oh, I know. Well, when you think about some of the people that just bailed because of what I said, and what did I say that was so wrong? What did I say that was so negative and hateful and bad? Nothing. But boy, they haul ass quick. And there are even a couple that I wouldn't have expected to. But see, man, people are caught up. People are caught. It's just this is what validates. I feel this way. It's kind of like, okay, I'll use this reference. So buckle up, Buttercup. Here we go. So you have a man and a wife. You have either way. We can go with the woman cheating on the man or the man cheating on the woman. Either way, one spouse cheats on another spouse. Okay. Now, they thought their relationship was fine. Then all of a sudden, that happened. Well, now, the one spouse that got cheated on is at a crossroads. They have to decide. So what are we going to do? Are we going to try to fix this? Is this salvageable? Is it fixable? What are we going to do? Well, we do have 2 kids. So should we try to work this out? Well, it would probably be, and then the other spouse is sure it'd be in the best intent to try to work this out. What brought that on? Why would you choose that? Blah, blah, blah. So they go through that. Is it better for the kids involved for them to resolve their problem, even though as horrendous as that was, to resolve that, work through that, and then to show those children how you can repair and build a relationship? Or should they go into a divorce-tism to where they're dragging kids into court and they're fighting on who gets to keep what, who gets what, and bounce the kids back and forth? And then when the dust settles, all they're doing is they're dropping kids off and they're calling each other names as they drop kids off. So which life do you think is better for the kids? Hence, that's where I'm at with this shit. You can sit up here and whine and bitch and name call and beep. What are we setting for an example? Are we working through problems? Are we trying to figure this out? Nope. That's what upsets me when people want to talk about the vote doesn't matter. It's like, wow, dude, you're just like robbing the main thing with such an emphatical statement. Your vote doesn't matter. It's like, wait, what makes you so self-righteous that you know everything? And I don't know, man. I'm just about. I'm not trying to be ugly, but I'm about tired of playing nice. Go along to get along. It's bullshit. And so if that means that I'm not worthy of a conversation, deuces. There was a time, believe it or not, there's a handful of people I only do this for. I don't do this for clicks. I don't do this try to build up no big base. I ain't trying to make money. I ain't trying to build a business. I ain't trying none of that. I just get on here to talk, and there's been some names and people that I enjoyed conversation with over the years. So that's what I do. And then I've actually even lost a lot of them too, because I didn't realize just, sometimes the thinking is just kind of surfaced, and you kind of go, oh, and then it's like, but you went here and you lost them. And that's okay too. I think Carolina would know. Hell, I wasn't even probably going to go live this morning. It was because Shad got off, and then Carolina was in there, a couple other people, and I'm like, yeah, I guess I could go ahead. I'm trying to find a reason to want to do this, to be honest. That's because there's so much negative, dude. It's like this. You think you can sit here and hold a conversation with people, only if you don't give in to the shit. Ooh, and it's like, so then what am I could be sitting here, I could be watching one of my Westerns, man, just chilling, And that's why I was kind of hoping there'd be a few people, you kind of partner up, just kind of create this little thing. But man, you got to watch that shit, because people get pissed off. You watch people that will literally go after people because it's like, if they think that maybe you're getting too many likes or you're getting too much, and it's just like, whatever. You just look at the I don't know. Hey, what kind of music do y'all want to hear? We need a little slight intermission break. So what, y'all want some country? You want some rock? Or should I just pick for you? Do y'all want to start out chilled? Or do you want something to kind of get your foot tapping? Hey, you know what? No, here, we'll go with this one. This is the one from back in the day. I started with this one. Hey, I'll be right back, guys. I need to take a quick latrine run, so I'll be right back with y'all.
These days my guns stay loaded, my family's a little more close. Sometimes we're barely floating, so please don't rock this boat. But if we tip on over, we won't wash to the shore. We'll sink down to the bottom, 'cause we've been here before. We can breathe underwater. Been down at the bottom so long, we can breathe underwater. So tell them to bring it on. Now he's a big timer, but he's lost on the river. Never went without, never had them cold shivers. Had a silver spoon, always warm in the winter. Drive a fancy car, never had to kill a standard. No bloody hands, never really had a backbone. Never been too deep down the back road. Never showed no respect to a flagpole. Come on, city boy, just another punk asshole. Me and mine, we gon' make it through them dark days. So take your ass on back down to Park Place, before you end up in the deep end where them hungry ass sharks stay. We go hard all day. Been here, done that, that's a given. Out back, guns out, country living. If you doubt that, find out, come and get it. We ain't going nowhere,
but I'm about to go swimming.
These days my guns stay loaded, my family's a little more close. Sometimes we're barely floating, so please don't rock this boat. But if we tip on over, we won't wash to the shore. We'll sink down to the bottom, 'cause we've been here before. We can breathe underwater. Been down at the bottom so long, we can breathe underwater. So tell them to bring it on.
Won't you take me back to them old days? Just horses in a wagon, shotgun shells and wishing wells, and you could hear them pistols blasting. Better give them hell but live to tell. Let's write another chapter. We just want our country back, and we gon' get what we after. In them pastures, in them fields, we the ones that keep it real. You come snooping around here, that'll probably get you killed. Cold steel under cold skies, a rebel soul from the old times, like Jesse James and those guys. I'm watching you with both eyes, and I ain't telling no lies. If you wanna come and get it, backwoods country living, shotguns and ammunition, whiskey drinking, steady sipping, saying to hell with the system. I've been living at the bottom, so I'm about to go swimming. Y'all can hate it or you can love it, but I promise we ain't budging. If them boys looking scared, someone probably told them we coming, so y'all better get to running, but don't head for them hills. That's where the hell we living. Round here we keep it real, boy.
These days my guns stay loaded, my family's a little more close. Sometimes we're barely floating, so please don't rock this boat. But if we tip on over, we won't wash to the shore. We'll sink down to the bottom, 'cause we've been here before. We can breathe underwater. Been down at the bottom so long, we can breathe underwater. So tell them to bring it on. We can breathe underwater. Been down at the bottom so long, we can breathe underwater. So tell them to bring it on.
Shoot ya. Oh. Dang, I think I even chased Huckleberry off. That's bad. Not Huckleberry. And yeah, thanks, Carolina. Skepac's always got my back. Even if she gets mad at me, she's always got my back. She's been here since day one. Oh. You know, and I try not to, I don't know, dude. It just kind of gets me. Because it's like, you just want to, I don't know, man. It's weird. It's like you talk, but then you piss people off and you don't even realize it, man. And then there's you kind of wonder sometimes if you just, because it is open to everybody. Oh, I figured you were still lurking, Huck. That's why I figured I'd say it. That way you'd hear me. Didn't figure you to be doing laundry. I figured you were probably doing some kind of food. But it's just, I don't know. I make no bones about it. People can talk shit about me all they want. You know, I just, like I said, if I don't like something, and it's a person type thing, you ask, I'll tell you. So I just like the conversations, but there's no conversation. I've realized that over the years. Only some things are allowed for conversation. Some things are not allowed they're called a conversation, but really what it's called is, you're either going to agree with me at the end of this, or, you just don't know enough. And it's like, wait, what just happened? I just want to shoot the shit and talk, And I don't know. This has been, I've made no bones about it. I get it. Internet's full of all these internet experts, and they know everything about the internet. But I just, man, I don't know. I'd come on here and you just try to hold a conversation. Sometimes, Grumpy. Sometimes. No, you're an all right guy, dude. For all I know, I piss you off. I and to be honest, there was probably a time when I would worry about it. I just don't anymore. No offense to you. It's not just a you thing, but because I do try to get along, and being an internet, you're kind of like, well, gosh, because I've in real life, I have I kind of, I'm just trying to change. And so when it comes to the internet, it's a little different because it's words. And this is another thing. I've explained this before. It's just that, see, I mean, it either fits what people want to hear or it doesn't. But it's the internet. So you get a chat, and you kind of you see the words, and it's like, well, what does that mean? You don't even, and you have a very wide variety of personalities. So you never know. And you know what? I will say this too, because I read that again. Do you like me? Please like me. I'm desperate for validation. You know what? It's actually funny because I could say that, yeah. I mean, I would like it if everybody liked me. I know that's not a reality, but because I would rather know that I'm carrying myself in a character way that people would like than carrying myself in an unrighteous way that people wouldn't like. So in a way, yeah, I just don't let that veer me. I'm still going to be righteous, and I want to be a good person. So in a way, I guess I do I'm not looking for the validation from humans, because my creators where my validation comes from. But I do want to be a good person, and I would like to be liked because I'm a good person. Now, that doesn't mean it's going to happen, but there's nothing wrong with making that some kind of goal. At least it's always worked for me. So I know I stayed out of jail. I've raised almost 3 kids now. Yeah, 3 kids. Have grandkids. I'm true to my word. And I think I'm a good person, So it's not a matter of, will you validate, am I a good person? It would be nice if people could acknowledge me, and then it lets me know that it's okay. I'm getting the message out. But then you kind of got to look at the receiving end, because once again, I've run it on the internet, and you'll run into people that don't want to be happy. They don't want to succeed in anything. They don't want you to succeed or be happy, because then it makes them look even more miserable. And that's just a basic truism. The world now is full of absolutes. There's no childlike thinking anymore. We don't see the same way with technology. So basically, let's be American free speech until they don't like what you say. Then that mentally is out. Well, that's kind of, actually, what, Random? It's that, I got the freedom of speech. Shut up. And it's like, wait, what? Freedom of speech? And then, but you have to shut up. And that's kind of how it goes. I'm pretty quick, but I'm not desperate. One thing about the internet, people can see through the BS. You can hide it. Eventually people see. I beg to differ, Grumpy. I think the internet allows this big masking of shit, and people really don't see what's really there unless you actually engage in the conversations on the back end. And then all of a sudden you kind of go, oh, okay. So I must say, sir, I kind of beg to differ. Now, I think people could see through it if they chose to, but so many people they're going to go with what validates what they're saying. And they don't watch the character. dude, so much of this shit you can literally go and you can watch on a Monday and then see that person on a Wednesday and then see that person over here on a Friday and go, wow, they said this, then they said this, and now they're saying this. Wow. And then, wow, wait, that person, I thought that person said this was bad, but then they were over here and this is where they were playing that too. And it's like, well, wait, thought it was bad, but now it's okay. Oh, because I think the internet allows people to hide more bullshit than real life. Matter of fact, I was actually even told by somebody, because there was a person that there was a problem with and stuff, and talking with somebody else, and they literally just even told me, going, don't think too much about it, Rescue. It's all just bullshit. It's all just a show on the internet. And I went, wait, what? And it's like, yeah, apparently the person's persona is just all bullshit on the internet. And it's like, oh. And then it kind of made more sense, because then I was like, okay, so then that's yeah. And then you can see how people fall for it. For real, they eventually will. But when the ball, but what, wait a minute, what the end balls or not? Actually, I'm speaking in regards to being a YouTube creator. Oh, people see through it. I've seen it many times. See, and I don't even, the word creator. I mean, I get it from my perspective. There's still a little bit in here. It's not hot, that's for sure. See, I don't really know. My brain just processes it. What's up, Brony? Morning. See, I guess I see a YouTube creator would be, well, it's like you guys, okay? So you have this channel brand, and you have a pattern, a format. You have a format, an intent, what you're trying to do. To me, that's a creator. I'm not a creator, because I really, I just, hell, I go live. There's no direction. There's no, matter of fact, most of the mornings I go live to try to just help give people something positive, maybe to listen to, start their day. Because, you don't want to start your day off with, they're coming for all your shit. You don't own anything, you're useless. You're just a slave, America sucks. And that's just, I don't know, man. That's just no way to wake up. Caught myself a few times in that mentality, self-awareness / Cluckers program teacher. Right? Watching to learn is how I remember. Too many people scream about their free speech and neglect to talk about the responsibilities behind it. Right. The influencer. See, the influencer, Huck, I think is anybody that has a channel on a social media platform is considered an influencer, because you're now have something laying there on the internet. Whether one person clicks on it or 3 million people click on it, it's out there, and so it can influence 8 billion. Oh man, excuse me, I should have muted them. My bad. A very smart person told me to not create a persona for YouTube, be genuine, because once you aren't, people will see through it. Well, and man, see, that's that acting kind of shit. And I don't know. I can't do that. When I was a kid, I was George Washington in a school play. That was about my experience of acting. And that was just because, well, put on this goofy little suit, put on the wig, stand there and repeat this stuff. Okay. But as far as being somebody fake, man, I just, dude, it's like the lies. Why be a liar? It takes so much more effort to be a liar than just to just tell the truth. Just be honest. You know? And it's like, man, I don't know. Life in itself is already a good little chore. Why you got to make the job harder than it already is? I've never understood the fake people. It's like, man, any new projects of late? Actually, yes, Random. I have a tree that's got to come down, and it's really occupying most of my time. I was able to, hopefully I'm going to be able to sell this computer. My son's going to come pick it up today and take it down to one of the guys he knows that he grew up with. Oh, yeah, see, I'm sorry. That's right. See, this is once again, like people go, the jobs, and I've made some mad earlier because they were the jobs. I don't see no jobs. Well, there's actually one because the guy that's buying the computer from me is a friend of my son's who works down in the refineries as an operator inside a refinery, and I'll just say it with that. But he's also on a side business because he works on motorcycles. He's opening up a motorcycle shop. So that way he'll have his work and he'll also have his side thing because, wow, life's not so bad down here, you know? Oops, my bad. But anyway, hopefully whenever I'm going to take that money and I found a 50-foot towable boom lift and 350 a day. So I'm hoping that I can talk to the people and ask them if I can pick it up first thing in that morning and then just be right back there the next morning when they open with it. And then that way they'll only charge me the one day. If they'll do that, then I'm going to rent that. I'm going to get me a saw, a couple other little, a couple of ropes, and then that way I can try to get this tree down. All right, LMD, make it a good day. Be safe and behave. Take all the fun out of it. Make it a good day. You're in the driver's seat. Just remember that you can control. And you just saw a bad example of handling stuff, and I got all worked up for no reason. It served no purpose. I gained no ground, and somehow I let it get that minor blip control. That's a good. Don't do that. Make it a good day. Help somebody smile. Rescue, I got scolded about my content. I simply said the content is a free digital album for our kids and grandkids. You don't have to watch it. That was all I said to that scolding session. Oh. Yeah, I came on this, and I will say, I was depressed and I was really in a down spot whenever I first started doing this. So, you got people that I don't, for whatever reason, they do what they do. But, I fell for it, and you kind of get into the talking and you really think that people, I'm just going to be raw about this. So it's going to be kind of blunt. So I ain't trying it to be as ugly as it's probably going to sound, but there's just people out there, that want to take advantage of a situation, and they weasel in, and they, they've got enjoyment out of, shit talking. They get you to say stuff, and then they shit talk you, and it's all cool. And you meet the internet, and I tried to get along with everybody, so I tried to be friendly for the longest time and just kind of be like, okay, yeah, I get. And then it just slowly, I don't know, I came up out of my own fog. I came up out of my shit, and then I'm kind of like, wait a minute, this isn't me. This isn't me. What am I doing? And then that's why nowadays it's really even hard, because you see, you hear people saying the same thing that they said 3 years ago, and it's like, oh my God, is this not? How do you move forward if you're just still stuck in the same shit that you were 3 years ago? It's like there's nothing different, no more. There's nothing to smile about. Like you didn't improve anything, and it's like no, and it's like man, that is just. And so I can't do that. And then of course because it's the internet and there's so much shit for show, then when there's a little bit of this, that gets all manipulated, and I don't know. This isn't my forte. You know, too bad y'all all y'all don't live closer that you could just come by and hang out, in the front yard kind of thing. Because I'd be that kind of guy. I'm just the internet thing is just I don't know, man. It gets harder to do. I gotta say, I ain't gonna lie. Grippy says they do it for the money. My grandkids know how Granny and Papa is. That's all that counts to us, right? I was trained one, and you were golden. So wait, you train the rabbits to go in a litter box? Well, I guess hell, people got cats that go to the bathroom on the toilet bowl. Grumpy, she is not. She is even though she lives in the hut. She's so sweet. Oop. Caught it that time. I almost didn't think I'd go catch it. I was looking at it, was coming up, and it's like, oh no, can I get to the mute button? Fall down in public, and people will smile. If they don't, you are old, right? Grumpy says, that's it. I'm building the rabbit enclosure this weekend. I missed the buns. Litter box that separates urine and poop. $200 estimated. Wow. First doe we had many years ago was a Flemish giant. Sweet as could be. Oh, roger that. Random. That would be very cool. The new coop. Yep. Yeah, that's the next thing too. After I tend to this tree, I'm gonna try to redo the coop to where I'm just gonna make a stationary. I think I'm fixing just to dig a couple of holes and put landscape timbers in, and then that way I can attach. And I think I want one of them. I don't know. Because I just make it up as I go. But so I got the red coop, and I think what I want to do is make it bigger, and then I want to make it where it has kind of like a storage doors that open, and then it'll have the flooring, and then have the nesting boxes and just roosting bars. But then at night I can just shut those doors, make it easy for them to go in and out. I ain't got to worry about the little thing and all. I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out. And it would be cool if some of y'all were closer by and, sit around on the weekends, come up with all kinds of little ideas and think of stuff. My colony is in an enclosure 10 by 20. They have 2 long bay hutches and a playground with a slide. They're little coopers. Silver fox and New Zealand whites. So what was the little chicks that you got now, Carolina? Is that silver fox? The coop barn dominium. Hey, yeah, get Matt down here to build me a chicken coop. Only hell, if I did that, the missus would probably kick the chickens out and we'd be moving in. Oh, they're the bunnies. Okay, my bad. See. That's another option, but if I do that, I would get the buck fixed. We don't breed them anymore, just pets now. Chicker barred rocks. See, okay. I'm not going to bother to say the A word. Canis? Canis? I need to get the soffits on the coop before this winter. Going to winterize it better before the snow flies. So when do y'all normally like start getting your snow and stuff? I will say it's a trip. We're still in the 90s. It's like, damn, so. Now we're down to 62 though, so we got a little cool this morning. Right, random. Let's see. To put it nicely. That's it. Steak and potatoes. See, I'm an easy person, man. I would probably be the easiest ranch hand to take care of because, I mean, just got a cow, you got some potatoes, we're good. We'll have something in late November, December. Then it really hits mid-January. Oh, okay. So you start getting some in the end of the year, but then starting January is where it really comes in. That's usually, I guess, for us, our coldest month are going to be January, February. Although sometimes it can start in November. It don't take much. The humidity down here, so man, when the temperature drops a little bit, it doesn't. It's that bone chilling stuff. Yep, ducks. Eat them ducks. Oh man. Okay. Let's see. Been right at 2 hours. 6 o'clock in the morning. The sun's a coming up. They taste better than rabbit. Yeah. February is when we get the sub-zero temps for a week or more. Ooh, sowing. Yeah, so don't need none of all that. That's just way too chilly willy. That was a quick 2 hours. Well, yeah, you do the emotional up and down, do some of the heated shit. Boy, I'll tell you what, I just saw myself on the camera and I look pathetic. So, well, I'm a scruffy looking thing. No wonder nobody listens to me. I look like I'm probably some drunk old guy or some shit. That's a rough looking face. I don't know how y'all stand that shit. Man. Y'all are tougher than you realize. You can tolerate more than you're aware of. Shouldn't be scared of nothing after spending a couple hours staring at this ugly mug. I just moved that window. I was like, dang, that's what that looks like. Rowing ducks fly, especially over the chickens. I think they do it on purpose. They're always trying to pee in my cornflakes, Carolina. Somebody's always. Oh, wait, you know what? You just reminded me of something. Let's see. Rescue go wander around late night lives. You are Prince Charming compared to a lot of people out there. Oh, yeah, no. Been there, done that, Grumpy. No. Sometimes man, yeah, I've seen stuff and went, holy crap, man, do people like have no self awareness? They have no self respect like this? Yeah. And they're like, nope. But hey, see, there's always this.
Oh, asshole gonna make me feel like hell today. No POS gonna take a piss on my parade. I got too much life to live and too few shits to give. Ain't no asshole gonna make me feel like hell today.
And that about sums that up. Hey, what's up, Kush? It's been a minute. Jesus' name. Amen. Morning. I don't know. It's in text format, Grumpy, so how am I supposed to determine what you look like? It's in text format, sir. So that could look like it does, or it could look like it doesn't. It's open for interpretation. No. Well, welcome back, Blackbird. You're kind of catching me. I'm thinking it's 6 o'clock. I got to get the day started. I might go live later, or maybe I'll see you on somebody else's live. Someone sent me a Weight Watchers video. I can believe it, Carolina. I get teeth whitening thing because I have these gnarly teeth, and so it's like whatever. Hell, there used to be some dude named Ghetto or some shit like that, and hell, you used to try to poke about the same shirt, and it's like, no, actually, I just have about a half a dozen green shirts, so it's like it's a thing. My brother from UK has written the greatest story ever told based on the Bear Grylls. That dude, isn't he like a survivalist or something? And I thought there was already a movie called The Greatest Story Ever Told. I'm out. Good day, all. 2 new episodes of Yummy, Yummy, Yummy on English subtitles came out. Until next time. All right, Random. Make it a good day, ma'am. Take care. Good to see you. Send them a video on putting on makeup. Oh, Lord. Oh, well, thanks, Kush. Well, going to scrub yesterday of my citrus frame and then go attack today's project list. There you go. He has gone through a lot of adventures in the wild landscape. Yeah, I guess, Kush. I mean, it's pretty cool what he does. He is one of those shows that kind of always cracks me up because they've always got the camera up the hill where they're supposedly climbing to, and it's like, well, wait a minute. If nobody's already been up there, how did the camera get up there to film you coming up to there? But it's cool. But yeah, so see, here's the deal. So when you shut this down, and you go to do something, at that moment in your mind, you're in control of things. What's up, KP Heathen in the house? Hey, I'm glad, dude. That's like, hey, that was some straight up on the ball stuff. Them dudes showed up clean. Too bad they didn't know how to do sheet metal work, and they could have fixed the building too, and then it would have been like none of it ever happened. But just so, because see, this is a man, I don't know. I don't do so good in a way because it's just open-ended talk, but man, everybody listening, you got more control and you've got more power than you realize. What's up, PJ? Morning, ma'am. Because you can decide to let things get a hold on you or not. So you can take something and recognize it. Recognize that this negative vibe is on you, and then try to focus around that. And don't let the downtrodden, all that kind of shit. Because you got to remember, it's like Huck said, and I agree, misery loves company. So people that don't succeed in life and that don't put any work into they don't understand the concept, they're going to try to bring you down. Because, and especially if you've been successful, if you're being successful at something and you're happy, man, people will they'll come at you on purpose because you represent their failure. You represent something that they aren't able to achieve, and that pisses people off. It's like if you find that they start attacking people that the person can help. Charlie Kirk, prime example, somebody that could articulate a conversation, and people can't stand that because that's just too true. It's true on point, and people want to live in a fog of bullshit. And so Kip Eden says their boss asked what we were going to do with the building. We can do anything with it until the insurance company looks at it. Oh, can't do anything. Yeah. I have a question. How do you feel if someone you trusted recorded private phone calls and then tried to use it against you? Huh. Damn, Blackbird. How can I envision that? I would have to say, oof. So, my take on it, Blackbird, is depending on what it is, because I've entertained this analogy before. You know what? Because okay, let me rephrase this. So, from my experience, I've had people talk with me, share with me, and they do it in a way to lead you into talking about things, and then they'll take and they'll clip that. And all I figure is you know what? Anybody that'll listen to that shit and then not come and ask me about it, am I really losing anything? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, Blackbird? I mean, because the conversation, I like, if I know that this happened, this just holding people accountable, and it's like, that's okay. So you whisper and you talk and all that. That's cool. Okay. And then just, yeah, it hurts. So I ain't saying it ain't going to hurt. You get pissed off, but you just can't let it get the best of you because you just kind of go, if people listen to that and don't come talk to you about it, then that in itself is kind of a enlightening moment. It shows you things you didn't know before because those are some weak ass people. Bear Grylls is an example of people saying through the BS. He lost credibility when people found out he stays in hotels and while he's out roughing it, he has a knife for sale, right? Right? Huckberry, you always make me want blueberries. Some blueberry muffins. Sounds like a fad. It's a fad. It's a fad. Blackbird, let the truth come out and deal with it. Everybody knows where they stand. Yeah. I guess his book about our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ may be worth reading. Oh, I don't know. Did he write of like some kind of experience? The best book? Oh, I think the best book is the Bible. That's the best book. Hey, what's up, Kiss Off? You done had them damn kids done mess with your name thing, got all some weird font now. Oh. Yeah, he wrote the greatest story ever told based on the gospel. See, man, that just, hold on, I'm about to look that up because I'm sorry, I'm older than that dude. I remember growing up with that story, the greatest story ever told. Yeah, see, the greatest story ever told is a 1965 American epic religious film that details the biblical account of Jesus from Nazareth. So where's this Bear Grylls dude at? Produced and directed by George Stevens. The origins of the greatest story ever told trace back to a half-hour radio series in 1947 inspired by the four canonical Gospels. The series was later adopted into a 1949 novel by Fulton Alshler. In 1954, 20th Century Fox acquired the film rights. Just goes to show you trust people even if you thought, yeah, Blackbird, that's just, and that it gets to be a little rough lesson, but it's just it's life. It's what happens. Risky, we were talking about the Bible being the greatest. No, he said Bear Grylls. He is in UK, see? So he's talking about the dude named Bear Grylls writing the book, The Greatest Story Ever Told, but I'm sitting here looking at it's called George. I do need to take a latrine, Ren. Let's see. What are we going to share? We're going to share something. What are we going to share? Oh, damn it, son. All right, y'all just gonna have to deal with this. I'm sorry. Panic alert, panic alert.
diamonds ain't gold down here. It's hell on earth, anything goes down here. Looking for some holy water at the water hole, but all I'm finding is whiskey and beer. And I'm a sinner to the core, searching like the devil to find the Lord, yeah. Heaven knows I need help sometimes, cause I love to have a hell of a time myself. I'm a sinner, Lord save me, but please pour me up a drink before you take me. If you could turn water into wine, I'm sure you make a hell of a shine, yeah. I can't help it, Lord, I'm sinning every day. I need your help and I pray, amen. I'm climbing to the top of that mountain, I'm trying to find you, God. Keep trying to be an angel, but I'm still raising hell. Can't make it out this world alive, I just want a piece of heaven before I die. So pass me the apple pie, I'ma drink it all down till the jar goes dry. Baptized in the lake of fire, should've drowned me when you could, but I'm still alive. I'm coming for your ass like a bat out of hell, and you can bet I'ma take what's mine. Oh, preacher man, don't preach to me. You should pull up a chair and have a drink with me. You sweating like the devil with them lies you told. You better start praying to save your soul. Oh no, I can't help it, Lord, I'm sinning every day. I need your help and I pray, amen. I'm climbing to the top of that mountain, I'm trying to find you, God. Keep trying to be an angel, but I'm still raising hell.
Hey, what's up? Deplorable. Oh, man. That was almost emergency conditions. Sometimes that happens. Okay, there we go. With the misses up, I don't have to do. I can do my speakers now. I don't have to have the little ear deals. And no, so I don't know. Okay, cool. And see, and let's see. And I'm with you, Carolina. See, that's where when I first thought about that, I thought, wow, that. But then I remembered that there was a show, a movie and stuff out about it. And so, but then I realized he was talking about the Bear Grylls dude. And I'm like, wow, that was some kind of survival dude. I never would have placed him with that. So I don't know. Let's see. What's everyone doing today? Anything fun? Well, I'm blessed with another day. I'm still rocking it. The sun's going to come up. So, yeah. It's going to be working on the chicken coop and cleaning up. I got to get, I got the bird bath and all that stuff moved, but got a few more things to get moved. Might try to move the burn barrel. Because if this computer selling thing goes through and I end up with that money Sunday, tomorrow, then I don't know. At some point next week, I might see about renting that little lift and cutting that thing down. I just got to time it. Might end up having to rent me like a U-Haul truck. Yeah, I sold one last night. It was that little black one. I think I've shown you all that one before. Little water pump, ran the one little water lines. I think I showed you all that. My son has a friend that was looking for one for his wife, and so I had told my son, if you hear of anybody, that's which I've built a lot of his friends' computers. Hell, I've built my son's computers. I've built several hundred computers over the years. I can say that. Way back in the day, some of them are pretty wild too. I've done some with custom air intake, with Harley shit, and I've done some with Army tanks. One I had a hill in it, and I had the tank, and at the end of the barrel, I had a red LED that would blink with the hard drive activity, but like the tank was firing, all kinds of goofy stuff. Used to be fun. Hell, I built mine on the internet in front of everybody with Dangerous Freedom. I finished doing the water tubing for the one I use. Man, I got to do something with the chicken coop. I got to come up with something there. I just don't know what. All right, later, Kush. Have a blessed time. Hey, the Father blesses me every day. Gives me the strength to do things that I wouldn't even have thought I was capable of. I got medical reports that all my damn lumbar discs are bulged out and gone and all that good shit, and yet I'm able to function by the grace of God. You could build people computers. Well, I used to have a computer shop. I just don't. I'm not a good business owner because I'm not a. I don't have enough greed in me. I just really don't. That's what it comes down to. I don't have enough greed in me. If I can do something and I help somebody, I just soon do it and help somebody. You know, wisdom of our Heavenly Father guide you. Oh, He gives me the strength. He gives me the strength and the fortitude to push through. I don't see myself as a failure. I don't look at things that I can't do. I think that through the grace of God, I'm capable of doing anything. So it's a mindset. It's having faith, and it's humbling myself, knowing that I ain't running nothing. I don't run nothing but my mouth. Rescue, you hear about the med beds out? You need to visit one, maybe? No, I don't need no med bed. I don't need no med bed. The greatest heater of all is God, and He's going to put me where I need to be. I'm going to keep on going, loving and encouraging one another daily. Yes, sir. Rescue, there is a guy here who gets paid for his advice on how to build the perfect PC for a new. Oh yeah, man. When I had my computer shop, you'd get people coming in because I would try to hire some help because from day one, the business paid for itself from day one, and the missus could tell you I had computers stacked to the ceiling, and man, I was making calls for the doctor's offices, parts stores, other businesses, and then hell, the vet clinics, and then doing service work. Matter of fact, I shut it down because the last, I don't know, 4 months that I was open, I was literally staying up for 3 or 4 days at a time, and not with meth, but with no dose and coffee. And it's because in the morning I would have the open sign. Well, people are calling, people coming in, so I can't get a lot of work done. You're dealing and going, making calls. But then whenever it closed the close sign, well, then it'd be eat some no dough, start downing coffee, and spend all night long cranking out the work on the computers. And finally, she just goes, "Look, here's how this is going to work. You either can close this, or we need to split, because I'm not going. You're going to fall out, and I'm not going to be around and watch you fall out." So it was like, man. But I couldn't hardly find anybody, dude. Anytime you try to hire anybody, they think, well, because I know computers and they don't. Everybody thought they were worth big bucks, and it's like, dude, whatever. Just update the damn drivers and shit, you know. Rescue, he said he makes more money doing that because he didn't have the heart to charge people crazily. Huh? Oh, so all he does is like get like a little finder fee or something, Jack recommending, I guess. And I still get people that ask me if I'll look at their computer and stuff. I'm just not. I don't know. I've been trying to think about it here lately of what the deal is. And I don't know. I think I almost try to figure out a way to not get so involved, because that's how I get. I'm gullible. You know, it's like people that are really like, oh, rescue's easy. No, I am gullible because I really want to be nice to people, and I really hate it when they won't give me a reason to just, you know, get along. Everyone does maintenance calls. Oh, okay. Yeah, see, and that, man, I haven't recommended a manufactured computer in years. And when I did, a Dell was what I would recommend. It was back in the old Dell days. And then a few times HP became, way back in the beginning, HP was okay with laptops. They did good in Dell, but nowadays it's all the same. Which I will say, there's your gold prices. You know, like Rabbit talks about the gold prices and how the gold's going up. And everybody's like, yeah, gold, silver going up. Well, that's the AI data centers that everybody's freaking out over. Well, that's actually what's helping bringing the gold price up too, because all those electronics require that uses gold for the best connectivity. So you got all the little different components, and you know, you can look at it as a personal computer, but on a grander scale, the data centers, that's going to require some gold connectivity, and I could see that help bringing up the price of gold, because it's going to be needed. And isn't that weird how gold is going to be used in that, but yet that's what we do in the thinking. It's almost like that's the one world government will be the AI. I'm just picking. I mean, it could be, but I forget sometimes if I make a joke, it could be taken the wrong way. I'm not tech savvy, don't want to be. I think computers are way overrated. Damn sure didn't save on paper. You still need the paper copy on hand. Prepper 101. What's up, man? I wish they could find a good use for my wife's meatloaf. Well, see, I thought you had seen that little, it's that survival hack 101. You just you drill a hole through it, and then you run you a chain, and you use that's your John boat's little boat anchor. I mean, you ain't got to worry about the catfish wanting to eat it. That is also why silver is going up. They're starting to use silver. Yeah, well, and see, silver is used in the medical field too. So, damn, I'm gonna need some more coffee. I don't know. It just kind of gets me because just so much going on. You know, there's so much, and if people are really trying to chase it all, then they no wonder they feel lost. You know, because if this is what I'll tell you, think about where we were at this time last year, and think about a project that you probably entertained the idea of, but then you haven't got around to it. But then look at that in a year's time. Like, did they come for your shit? You know, did they take that? Is this done? Is that done? Or are you still in the same place pretty much you were last year at this time? And so then look at what could have been achieved throughout that last year's time frame. That's just the way I view things. Just don't throw it at her. Put a hole in the wall. And I do know that the way for me, the way if I start feeling down about shit, I feel miserable physically. Like I get in a bad frame of mind, then I feel it physically. When I find myself getting worked up over goofy shit on the internet, I'll feel it physically. That's what's really let me know that, you know, my calmness and trying to stay positive has an overall effect. OMG, so I heard a couple of crypto fools crying stock market crash. They lost a boat load. I was cracking it. Yeah, I don't put a lot. I mean, you can buy shit with the crypto and everything, but that is about, you want to raise a weak ass generation, bring crypto into it. No, crypto's cool. No, it isn't. You know why crypto's not cool? Because you don't have to do anything to earn it. You can literally just set a computer up like that one right up there and just let it sit there and run. And you can make crypto. So there's no effort. I think that we need to go back to money that you got to actually put effort into. But tacos bring everything back into balance. Oh, no, they don't, Huckleberry. Tacos, they bring more division because the shells break and then everything falls everywhere. See? Now you need a burrito that holds everything together. So, you got to get the burrito. Pizza with pineapple. See, tacos. Matter of fact, a taco, that would be that's almost like a political type stance, because you have this shell, and then you get convinced that all this cool little ingredients, and look how pretty it is, see, this is going to be useful for everybody, see how filling this is, and then just as you're fixing to enjoy it, and it goes crack, and then the damn shell falls all apart and all the shit falls out, and now it's all a cluster. See? But if it was a burrito, then it would all be wrapped up all nice and warm and comfy, and it would all stay intact. I'm just pointing out the facts, just the facts. What's up, Eric? Morning. Okay. Made enough for 4 tacos, but only have 3 tortillas. See? But see, 4 tacos would only probably be 2 tortillas, unless you got them little baby tortillas. But then, hey, maybe you do. You're a taco person, so. See, if you had gotten the regular size tortillas, you'd have been able to put 2 of them tacos into one tortilla. But since you went and get the baby ones, you probably did that on purpose just to try to justify how good your tacos were when they really weren't. But it's okay. We're not judgmental here. Well, we are, but we'll just keep it to ourselves. A taco salad. Oh, well, see, now there you go. You could always do that. You could always take the tortilla and push it down into the bowl, and you heat it up, and then you can mold it, and then you can put all the little taco stuff into the bowl. That's right, the scruffy guy. Hey, this isn't just scruff. This is experience. I've earned these gray hairs and bald spots. Earned. Oh, damn it. Man, this freaking house being unleveled drives me crazy. I roll back. What's up, Echo? Morning. Oh, 2.5 hours. Okay. It's now 6:47. Hey, I might see y'all later on today. Carolina said she might go live. And I might see y'all later today. I might go live again or something after, but I got to get some stuff done. I got to get the ball going. Can't just sit here. It's been 2.5 hours. I appreciate y'all. Hey, it's a Saturday. And just remember, no matter what comes at you, unless somebody's physically fixing to do something to you, pause for a moment and say, how can I deal with this without letting it get to me? Okay? Don't. Because I'm telling you, man, the minute and I did it, I let people, they get me going a little bit. Well, that's letting people have control, and you don't do that. Go up there and look at the sky. Carolina, y'all be safe. Keep buckled down. And look at something, accomplish something, fold some stuff, dust some stuff off, and rearrange some stuff, but just accomplish something so that you feel like you've done something, because you can do anything you put your mind to. I appreciate y'all. Y'all take care. Peace out, everybody.
I ain't here tomorrow. If the good Lord says it's my time to go, I don't see that morning sunset. There's some things I need for you to know. The truck is yours,
wanted. It'll run forever if you treat it right. When you think of me on some back road, that's because I'm right there by your side. Chase your dreams until you catch on. Leave your doubts in a cloud of dust. You can't ever love too big. You can't call your mom too much. Do your best to get it right. Forgive yourself when you don't. Hope you don't forget how much I love you. I ain't here tomorrow. Don't let life turn you bitter. Don't be ashamed to bow your head. Take it easy on the liquor. Remember what it did to your granddad. Yeah, you're gonna get your heart broke, but a couple of tears don't make you weep. Gonna find that girl God made just for you. Knows what he's doing, wait and see. Chase your dreams until you catch on. Leave your doubts in a cloud of dust. You can't ever love too big. You can't call your mom too much. Do your best to get it right. Forgive yourself when you don't. Hope you don't forget how much I love you. I ain't here tomorrow. Shotgun in the family, raise your babies by the book, and keep my picture in your wallet. Keep your car keys on a hook. Do your best to get it right. Forgive yourself when you don't. Please don't ever forget how much I love you. I ain't here tomorrow.
Thanks, everybody. Make your day a good day. You're the one in the driver's seat. And if nobody told you, there is a creator, and Jesus just wants to hear from you. Peace, everybody.